Mr. Olson of Texas, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the Chair and welcome Secretary Moniz. Congratulations on your nomination by the President to be the 13th Secretary of Energy and by being confirmed by the Senate with an impressive 97-0 vote. Mr. Secretary, my home state of Texas is the fastest growing state in the Union. Texans want to sustain that growth, and they know that one of our challenges is reliable power being available. Federal and state regulators agree that we could see a crisis on our grid if we have another hot summer like the August of 2011. One of the most significant areas of fossil fuel research in the DOE's budget is carbon capture and sequestration. And since I gathered this information on sequestration.mit.edu, I assume you're aware of a DOE-supported, I guess you call it CCUS project at the W.A. Parish Power Plant outside of Needville, Texas, in my district. The goal of this project is to decrease CO2 emissions by 90% with appropriate reductions in SOx, NOx, and mercury emissions. The captured CO2 will be used for enhanced oil recovery operations in nearby old oil fields. DOE issued its final EIS on March 15th of this year with the finding of negligible to minor environmental impacts. The W.A. Parish plant is leading the CCUS research, but they will tell you, like you said here, CCUS is not ready for prime time. Unfortunately, EPA, well, let me step back. CCUS is not realistic for many power plants. We're unique because we're so close to a former oil field. Unfortunately, EPA is not waiting for DOE to do the research, and they propose regulations that essentially mandate the use of unproven CCUS technologies on any new coal-fired power plant. My state needs power, but the EPA is effectively banning a major source of new generation by requiring unproven technology in our power plants. And since W.A. Parish has committed to invest $163 million in this project, you commit to work with them to see if their unique circumstances for CCUS are economically viable from a market perspective.
I'd certainly be happy to be briefed by them and to discuss with them, yes.
And help them get EPA out of the way.
Well, I think that's where we'll have to see what the situation is.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your commitment. And as you know, another tool you have to help my home state avoid blackouts is Section 202C of the Federal Power Act. Under Section 202C, DOE has the authority to order a power plant to run during an emergency, even if that would cause a brief violation of environmental laws. Unfortunately, EPA and environmental groups have usurped DOE's authority, 202C authority, by bringing lawsuits which have resulted with power plant owners paying fines for complying with DOE regulations and orders. 2 weeks ago, the House passed my bill, H.R. 271, to prevent this regulatory trap. Last Congress, it was favorably discussed by the FERC commissioners and your predecessor, Secretary Chu. The Senate has yet to take up the bill, so I'm going to go Texan and shoot straight. Do you support my bill, H.R. 271?
Sir, I will have to study it first, but it sounds like an issue I should get up to speed on. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And finally, your department has some critical decisions ahead of it on LNG exports. My support for LNG exports comes from a strong belief in free markets and my state's booming energy production. But most importantly, LNG exports can sustain our national security, strengthen it by developing relationships with countries that are important to the United States of America. One of those countries is India. There's a vibrant Indo-American community in my district. Our relationship with India is key, and our Indian allies can either buy gas from us or buy gas from nations like Iran. My first question, I'm running out of time here, is do you support energy exports, yes or no?
Well, again, I will be evaluating the export applications on a case-by-case basis expeditiously. I might also add I will be in India in 2 weeks.
Great, great. Bring this up. They'll bring it up to you, I guarantee you. I'm out of my time. Thank you.
Gentleman's time is